Alright, here we go. Now we're all set up right. Oh boy. Uh, I hit 100, so I was kind of hoping I'd have a little bit more time. I got my paycheck in this morning, and I was gonna go get everything so I could make bread pudding. My brother's not even home to help me record it yet, but it'll be coming out here in the near future. Uh, maybe I should pull something up here so that got something to look at. I don't even know. I just got excited because I saw we hit 100 and I didn't even really have a game plan going into this. But we did it. We hit 100. I wanna do something that's got all my subscribers. Maybe I should go through and just thank everybody. I want to do that. I think that'd be good. Let me see here. How do I check that? There's got to be a way. I'm pretty sure there is. Hmm. Taking a look here, there's got to be a way. While we're waiting, let's go ahead and I'll move that over. Let's see. Let's get some music going. This is the music I made for Dawn Fear. It'll hold us over for now. Let me get the audio mix a little better. There we go. Oh man, this is still exciting, though. Hang on. I want to check and see how many subscribers I have. There's got to be a way. How do I look at this? 100 subscribers. I see the number. How did I do it the other day? I know I did it. I looked at it. I thought I did. Let me see. How did I look at this? I can't even remember. Oh wow. Huh. Interesting. I've gone from being entirely watched by men to 15% of our viewers are males. That's pretty cool. Let me see here. The geography's changed up a little bit here, too. So, it was United States, as the primary. It still is. We're at 31.9%. UK is 2%, which is interesting because Germany was at the second rank last I checked. And currently, the third rank is Canada. And last time I looked, the third rank was South Africa, which is now no longer even showing up on my percentages. A little tragic to me, but it happens, I guess. Let me see, overview. There's gotta be something. How do I could have swore I was able to look and see who my subscribers were. Is it under research? I don't think it is. No. I'll just Google it. I'll pull it up and look. Okay, YouTube Studio on the dashboard, recent subscribers card. Okay, I'm on my dashboard. Recent subscribers. Oh, here it is. Okay. Great. I'm just gonna go through and thank everybody. It would appear that, this is only the, users that have made their subscriptions public. But I am gonna go through and go ahead and thank everyone. This is everybody that's made their subscriptions public. Lucan, thank you. Heather Star, thank you. Echo 127. I like that. That's my birthday. That's cool. Thunderella 9. Manic Road. I subscribed to him, by the way. Y'all should check him out. He's really cool. He's got some neat videos. Jeff Friedwald. Vault 108. Alien Cyborg. Star Lightning Duelist. I'm John. We also have Sierra Noble, Pigeon 30 Gaming, Nate, Anarchy Clock. Y'all ought to check him out too. He's really cool. Let me get the next song going. The next one is Nether Tubes. Okay, there we go. Razzie Sevens, he's also a cool guy. Crazy Guy _123. Lisa Johnson. Mutant Killer 67D. This does this. May Monkey 1510. I also have Danny Christine. Bruce Stone Cipher. Lottery Jackpot. I Live Dimash. Community Sandwich. A1 Fast Yellow Kitten. That's my brother. Danway 97. I miss Danway. Mr. Ryan Matthew 8765. Raphael Wright. Devin Glazer. Slasher Saul. Planet Smasher 95. And Mr. Big Bro 97. Those are all of my viewers that have subscribed. That have their subscriptions made public. Thank you. I appreciate it. Let me just adjust that a little bit there. Perfect-ish. Let me just... There it goes. It fits. Alright, there we go. I think what I'm gonna do is sit and play all the music I've done, and I'll go in chronological order here. Start date. This is the one that gets stuck in my head. It's my favorite out of all of them, which is interesting. It's one of the less performing ones. This is a Rando Is Out Here. So some context on the songs from the first album. I woke up at 2 in the morning on a work day, and I couldn't go to sleep. So I wanted to exhaust myself as quickly as possible. So I'm sitting there going, I'm going to rub every brain cell I've got going in my brain together right now and try and crunch out an album. And this is what I came up with. I made a little story. There's a story done by the album. And the story was, what does your average 2B2T player experience when they are traveling to their first base with a group. And I kind of synthesized together several experiences I'd had on 2B2T. In 2019, I had an experience where one of the players that had killed me in 2013 recognized me, tracked me down, and fought me and Slasher Saul on the highway in the Nether. And there were 3 of them there. I managed to kill one, and the other 2 succeeded in killing me. But I stayed back as a decoy so that Slasher Saul could escape. That's still a precious memory of mine. He's a dear friend that I'd gladly lay my life down for. I've known him for almost 16 years now. I miss him dearly. He's serving in the military right now, and while I appreciate that, I also can't understate how much I miss having him in my life. He's still there in spirit, but in person, I miss him. Anyways, that encounter is what inspired the A Rando Is Out Here combat and aftermath song. With the aftermath, I'm sitting here imagining, okay, this could be either way, you know? Like, I want the listener to have both sides of the aftermath. I want it to be left up to their interpretation on how the combat encounter went. So that was the inspiration behind this song. It's bittersweet and somber, and at the same time, it's got that nice little gamey feel. Let me see here. After that is my second favorite piece. It is Returning to Normality. The purpose of this song was similar to the end of a speech or a debate. Maybe even a thesis paper where you wrap everything up. And I specifically remember I wanted 7 music pieces that told a story. And here we are. I took a little bit of every piece and brought it together to where it came back full circle to the start song, Obsidian Stretch. This is my second favorite song out of this album. The next album I did was the Dawn Fuhr music album stretch, if you will. There's 2 songs I don't think I can play for copyright reasons coming up, but I cut those out for the Dawn Fuhr music, I want to say. I can't remember. 2 of them got copyright claims. I tried to debate them, but I said, you know what, screw it. I'm just going to take the videos down. I was pretty frustrated about the whole thing, but we made it work. Yeah, it was a very interesting experience there. What do I have for the... Hang on. Let me change this. since we're talking about the history of 2B2T, we'll make it 2B2T thing. There we go. That's good. I think what I'm going to do is just sit down and talk about what inspired every song. I can go months without having an idea for a musical piece, and then out of nowhere, I have a song hit me like a ton of bricks. And funny enough, it usually happens in dreams. I had one yesterday that I wanted to compose that I woke up with, and it was stuck in my head, and it's completely lost to me now. And I really wish I had done it, because honestly, those are my best songs. Let me see here. I can go ahead and show this one. I made this in response to how frustrated I was with the server update and how it was playing out. I felt pretty defeated by our stash being crippled, and I wanted to capture all of this. So actually this video here and the song itself, it took me a couple weeks to do. I actually had the song ready to go before the update. And I didn't even know the update was necessarily going to be happening when I first started doing all this, but I was like, it's perfect. It fits so well. So I just went ahead and took some footage I had from Fort Concord. I just had some raw footage of it that I wanted to showcase if I'd ever gotten permission. I wasn't expecting the base to fall as soon after all of this happened. It was very frustrating. This was probably one of the best bases I'd been at in quite a little while. So, oh, that right there, that's a nice little nod. That's the version of Lambda I was using at the time. Let's see. So what inspired this one? Me and Kit Nightingale were in a oh, hey! What's up, Alien Cyborg? I figured I'd sit down and explain the inspiration behind some of my music. Me and Kit Nightingale were in a VC on Constantium because the 2B2T update was very unpleasant, and quite a lot of us 2B2T players were we were looking for alternatives, and we wound up on Constantium. And long story short, we were in a VC with Russians that did not speak a lick of English, and I had a little bit of exposure to Russian culture. There's a Eastern European restaurant that I absolutely adore eating at, and I roughly talked with them about my favorite type of kvass, which is a type of drink that's made of black bread, which is a rye bread that you crumble it up and you basically re-ferment it and drink it. It's basically a beer. I was talking about the chicken Kiev. It's delicious. Basically a lot of... I love their food. And they were asking me how I felt about hard-based. And I was like, wouldn't it be funny if a capitalist Westerner could make hard-based? And they're like, it's not possible. And this was my response. It was basically like, you know what? It is possible. After the 2B2T rollback happened, I was so excited, I felt like making this song. And this is me playing on 2B2T. I've got all my shulkers on me. This song was actually composed 6 months before I used it for this video. If I'm remembering correctly, I actually scrapped the project that I originally started writing for this, and I was like, you know what, I know a better song that I've been like struggling to figure out where it fit. The name of the song actually is called For Kizzy, because I was at one time trying to figure out a synthwave album that I just gave up on inevitably. I just didn't have the creativity for it, and I just could not. It wasn't coming together in my head, so I just wound up giving up on it. Another little nod to Kizzy in this is that it's using cakes for the hunger bar instead of the chicken leg. Your voice is way louder than the music. Oh, I'm sorry. Here, let me fix it. There we go. That should be better. Yeah. Okay. Sorry about that. But yeah, the funny thing is, you get to see like where I got the original data from when I'm showing it off on my computer. Oh, I don't know if everyone on my YouTube was here for this, but I was streaming a survival series on 2B2T. And I wanted to capture the childlike innocence I felt there, because it felt freeing to just be on my own little dinky island, playing survival Minecraft when I know I have all the wealth of Dawnfear at my disposal, and it's just like, this is what I do for fun on Minecraft anyways. Like, I'm not obligated to go build something crazy. I'm not... Like, I can just do what I like doing normally. And I was just like, it's a brave new frontier. Oh, man. Yeah, this is my island song. Oh, man. I'd love to barbecue. Tyler, I tried calling you earlier this morning, man. I know it's a little personal for YouTube, but... Bro, I was trying to hang out. It kind of got sidestepped right now, though, because I hit that 100 sub mark, and I wanted to say thanks to all the subscribers I had that have it publicly displayed. I can see that, you know, they're subscribed to me and all that. I read out all their usernames earlier. That's why I had the song's volume so quiet, because I wanted to make sure everyone could hear them. But man, this was pretty cool. I love my little island, and I'm thinking about actually trying to sing about going back. The griefing was very minor. I don't remember the chords, but I could probably figure it out. I have some raw footage where I did some coordinate documentation. I just have to dig through my files. Ah, I got you. No issues, Tyler. Don't sweat it too hard. Today I had errands I needed to run for the 100 sub special, because I'm sitting there going, I've got 95, and I woke up this morning, decided to check and see how it was doing, and lo and behold, I was at 99, and I'm like, oh crap, I need to hurry up and go get everything for the bread pudding. And lo and behold, we hit 100 before I even managed to get the ball rolling on that. So I kind of got excited and just started this stream. And here we are. I didn't have any games lined up or anything, so I was like, you know what? Let's talk about the music. You know, the next song is pretty special to me. I already mentioned Slasher Saul earlier. The next song is Get Up and Move On. I composed it because I knew I'd be getting laid off from my job soon, and my best friend was very concerned for my well-being, more my mental health than anything. But I composed the song to reassure him that I'd just get up and move on. So that's what actually inspired this next song. Oh, what I'm really proud of with the island theme here, I started working really hard to have a good definitive end point to the music, and I was so happy on how I handled that one. But this is Get Up and Move On. This is the area I've been working on inside my melon farm on my live streams. I went ahead and just had the chords up right. You can barely see it above the totem here. Just because everyone knows where it's at this point if they really want to go there. But, I wanted this song to sound somber, but at the end, no matter what, it's hopeful. So, I really feel like I captured the indomitable spirit that I have. I'm aware it's there. I just wanted to reassure my friend more than anything. I had a lot of ideas in here that I feel like didn't really mesh well together. Sitting and, like, picking it apart. But I also didn't spend a whole lot of time on this. I just wanted, since I actually had some creative juice flowing, to actually try to do something with it. I also have some little callback segments in here to previous songs I've done, because I feel like there's that certain theme and undercurrent that keeps popping up every now and then. Ba-da-ba-ba. 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 What I really liked about this one is the key changes. Oh man, I loved the key changes in this one. That right there, the really grungy and the piano, right before you come out of a dark spot in your life, you got that little voice in your head. If you just pay attention to the darkness, it screws you over. So the cello at the end was meant to basically be talking yourself out of the dark spot you find yourself in. So, that's what inspired that one. Yeah. Part of what hampers my creative process on these is that I will use royalty-free, copyright-free music for editing them together. And what winds up being frustrating is that I find out after the fact, after I've already put it onto YouTube. Now, I keep them private, of course, for a few days after I upload it, just so that if the copyright screening initially doesn't catch anything, it will by the time I want to switch it over. But, let me change the title. 100 sub. There we go. 100 sub special. Basically, I just want to make sure that it has time for YouTube's little automated systems to screen it and catch anything. And, yeah. That's what I usually do. And it works out. Except on the songs that I wind up getting really caught up in, and, I can't even do it because it's copyrighted. I have a few songs like that. In fact, they're even still on my YouTube channel. It's just not doing anything right now. It is... So there's a copyright on Lucan's Elder promotion. Apparently it's a song called Velio Thirapaer by Alto Voltage. My dispute was rejected. I did try disputing it. I looked up the source song, and yeah. There was others that were way more copyright problems that I just wound up completely taking off the channel. But yeah. Hey, welcome. This is our 100 subscriber special. You missed it a little bit ago. I was sitting and explaining some of the inspiration behind the music I had recently and not so recently composed. Now I'm kind of just venting about my frustration I have, because the way I make those songs is editing together copyright free and royalty free music. I have to sit and adjust the notes and pitches and all that digitally to make it fit the creative idea I have, because I don't have any instruments anymore. Growing up, I played the cello. I'm classically trained. I've been in choirs for quite some time back in the past. I can sing. Not that I've had any music recently that has really, I felt, had a good spot for vocals. But, yes, Mickey Mouse is free, but I can't stream it. I actually looked into it, and there was a lawyer that decided to live stream that. He had the same problem I did, and from what I'm understanding, he's pursuing legal recourse, which would be great. I'm a little weary of live streaming All Quiet on the Western Front. I'm going to pre-record those. And while I'm at it, since I'm going to be pre-recording All Quiet on the Western Front, I'll go ahead and have the transcript and the captions all set up for the All Quiet on the Western Front. That's going to be a really fun thing to do. Like I said, I'm a little weary of reading or sourcing anything that has recently entered public domain on live stream, because there have been other artists recently, YouTubers, whatever you want to call them, but they've been having problems, so I'm not really too interested in hitting that same wall. At the request of my brother, I have Terraria set up with mods that he installed, and he insists that I play Terraria. I haven't played this in almost 9, 10 years. I was in high school last time I was playing this. So, yeah, it's been about 8 to 10 years. Uh, some of my friends are still playing it. Recently, even. But, my brother has urged me to try this out. I'm not sure if I'll do a series on it or not. This one's very interesting for, like the entire philosophical aspect on it. It's very fun. I play Subcom with my friends. I'm not sure I'd ever do a series on it. I'm terrible at it. Right now, I kind of just want to show what I have at my disposal. That way people could sit down and go, that'd be a really cool series. I have Sons of the Forest. I don't know how to play it, and I'm not sure if I can stream it, honestly, because I'm fairly certain there may be nudity in it. I have no clue. Tim Pool just remade a song by Smokey Mike and the God King. Let me stretch the... I'm sure you have no idea who that is, though. Yeah, I really don't. I'm sorry. I'm not very culturally up to date. I should be, though, honestly. Like, really. Especially now that I have free time. Some games like Slime Rancher 2, Slime Rancher 1, I play those in my free time, and if I do live stream something, I feel like I'm obligated to show every time I play it, because if there's sudden jumps in progress or things have changed in the game, I feel like that's not fair to you guys, because you're obviously missing out on content. And, yeah. There are 3 of y'all that are just my most active subscribers for every live stream. It's Shanona, Alien Cyborg, and TNT 100. They're both watching at the same time, usually on the same device. And there's another young person, but I'm so bad at names. I can't recall their username, but they're very active in the chat. Oh man, some of these I never really got to play a whole lot of. I'm not even sure how long I've even put into this. This is fun. I play this with my wife. I want to play more. I've only got 22 hours in. This is fun. Decent amount of play time. A friend of mine on 2B2T talked me into playing Portal Reloaded. And I have to say, I need to get more time in on Portal, because I am so rusty at just normal Portal. And then you add time on as another layer. These puzzles were quite difficult. My brother mostly plays this. I got bored with it. These games here, they are Beautiful. Beautiful master art. Oh my goodness. You've been playing on a dead server called Rebel Minecraft Building. When I get bored. I think it's looking cool. Huh. What's the IP address? And what version is it playing on? I could probably swing in and take a look at it. I want to play this a little bit more. I didn't put a whole lot of time in it. I just haven't gotten around to it. Primarily because I didn't even really finish this. I only have 37 hours, but I've been taking my sweet precious time enjoying the game, and lo and behold, I'm not even done playing the campaign for this guy here. I can't remember his name. Yeah, I'm bad at names. This game here, I feel like it could have had a lot more going on for it, but they leaned a little bit too much into the online portion. I played this for the meme, and I wish I had a controller for it. Let me reiterate. I have a controller, I just don't have the cable to plug my controller in. I should probably get one going on Amazon, but I just recently got laid off, so I'm not buying anything unless it's necessary. This is fun. Not sure how live streaming it would go, but it's fun. I play this with my son. I'm not about to start playing it for YouTube because the only save file I have is the one that I play with him. Because it lets you do split screen on the same computer. It's great. The audio stream's bitrate is 0, lower than the recommended bitrate. What? Did the audio fail? Can y'all not hear me? Hello? Huh. That might actually be quite concerning. Let me look at this here. Let me hear. No. I can hear it. YouTube's just tripping. Got Left 4 Dead 2. This is a classic. You know what? That's tempting. This. A very niche game that honestly is underrated. I bought this game to see how it was. I didn't really feel it a whole lot. I tried to give it a good amount of time, but as you can see, I haven't played it for over a year, and yeah. Graveyard Keeper. I should have waited a little while before I reloaded the save and just kept playing, because initially, the stream I did on it performed so poorly, I didn't expect that I'd want to continue that series, but it actually performed better after a week than it did while I was actually playing it. So, I don't really know. What I'm thinking is, what I really need to do is sit down, make a schedule, so that if people want to watch a specific thing, they know when to tune in. And that's more on my fault than anything else. I just haven't gotten around to it. Because my life's kind of up in the air right now. And this is still a hobby for me. I love this game. Both games. What's weird for me, though, is I actually started with 10-2, and I don't really know what happens in Final Fantasy X. So that's kind of something that, that's really cool to me. Like, I'd be able to sit and experience something for the first time with the people watching in the live stream. And I love Final Fantasy games because the story is beautiful. Same for Final Fantasy XII. This is one of my favorite games. Like, hands down. I played this on the PlayStation for so many hours. It's absurd. I might do a mod that lets me do the little things like it was in the old days. Slow Snail, welcome. My favorite game years ago was Populous. I'm not familiar with that. Let me look at it. On the DS or what console is it? It is a isometric tabletop game. From what I'm seeing on the wiki. Is this it? It's on a lot of different platforms. Huh. I still have a Super Nintendo. It's my mom's, but she has it. But I have access to a Super Nintendo. Huh. This actually sounds really cool. No? Populous game? You were a shaman. Is this it? Populous the beginning? Tornado cast by a shaman rips apart enemy buildings. Does this look familiar? Yeah. Oh. Released in 1999 for the PlayStation. Huh. No formal resource management. New units are created automatically at houses, and training new troops costs nothing but mana. Okay. This is the first one in their series with 3D graphics. I could probably play this on an emulator. Not sure about how legal that would go for a live stream, but, you know. Tropico 2. Yes, that's fun. Tropico as well, let me clarify. Tropico's fun. And the music, oh my goodness, the music. Yes. It's a breath of fresh air. Fallout New Vegas. I am always down for this game. No matter what, no questions asked. If you can tell by the playtime, that is not anywhere near what the real number is. I put way more in on my old PlayStation before it got the yellow light of death. Fallout 4. I know it has more time than New Vegas, but I'm probably never going to play this again. It's just too boring. The Bethesda formula, I can't do it. It'd have to be like an extremely ultra modded Fallout 4, like what I did in the last 60 hours of this playtime was. Fallout 3. Let me reiterate here. It doesn't really run super great on modern computers, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is. The way I manage a workaround is with a mod called A Tale of Two Wastelands, and it combines Fallout New Vegas with Fallout 3. You start in Fallout 3 and you can go to the Mojave. Speaking of the Mojave and California and all of that, I am not looking forward to the new Fallout show that's about to be coming out because I have a gut feeling that that show is not made for me. I'm a fan of Fallout. I'm not a fan of Bethesda Fallout, as I have learned in my life. I've played Fallout 1. I've played Fallout 2. Fallout 3 was the one I started with. And considering the only other Bethesda game I'd ever played prior to that was Oblivion, it was really freaking cool. Yeah, I'm just not looking forward to that series. I'm pretty sure they're going to reimagine all the rich lore from California that existed in Fallout 1 and 2, and they're just going to completely disregard whatever they feel necessary. And it's that show, it's not for fans. I can already feel it. Oddworld was always fun to watch my friend play. It was too hard for me. I'm not familiar with Oddworld. Mostly what I played when we had our Super Nintendo was Super Mario World 2. And I also had Mario Paint. There was also a very fun RPG called Gaia that was also super cool. I remember liking the music quite a lot too. Our first disc console that we got was in 2005, and it was a PlayStation 2. And I was absolutely blown away by the graphics. It was a game called Scooby Doo. I can't remember. That's it. Night of 100 Frights. Right there. Let's go to the wiki page. This here. Oh man. I remember sitting there going, these graphics are insanely good. And I still think they are, considering what they had at their disposal. Maybe it's bias. I can't really say. But we did not have a memory card. It made that a little tricky. Alice in Wonderland in 1998 was so cool graphic-wise for old computers. There were games I played on our Windows 98. Earthworm Jim was on the Super Nintendo. Jazz Jackrabbit 2. There's actually still somewhat of an online community for that game. Oh man. This right here. Huh, apparently you can still buy it. Earthworm Jim, oh my goodness, there was an Earthworm Jim 1 and an Earthworm Jim 2. Those games were fun. I know they were weird, I know they were kooky, but they were fun. I grew up watching the TV show, and it's kind of hard to, like, get or watch these days, but I kind of wish I could get more. Oh man. My brother told me to try this game. I couldn't make it through the tutorial. I suck at the timing. Oh, hey, this game. Oh, this is a really good game. I know I only have 75 hours in it, but considering that I literally played it for like a week straight. That's a very unholy playtime. Now, the reason I haven't gotten back to it, I got really excited about some of the mods, installed them, and it broke my game save. So I just haven't gotten back to it. Yeah. I'm sure with your fancy high resolution, everyone would be able to just sit and go, okay, he's got Subnautica Below Zero. He's got uh, all these games. Ark. If you want to see me get grindy, Battle Block Theater. This game's cool. I just never really got super deep in it. I do have a VR headset. I just don't have room. So if you see VR required, I can't do it, sadly. I wish I could do it. I really wish I could do it. There's some really cool stuff that I've been wanting to do in VR, but I haven't been able to. This game was great. Bone Labs, not so much. What made this one good for me was the music as well as the story. Borderlands 2, classic. Force. Somebody purchased this for me in 2015 so that I would play it on the YouTube channel, and I actually made a video of Broforce on A1 Fast Hero GTO. Thing is, though, when I got back from the army a few years ago, I was super depressed one day, and I got really annoyed on watching my old YouTube videos, and I was like, I'm gonna delete these. And honestly, it was a terrible decision that I regret. But this is one that I made a video on. Somebody bought it for me to make videos. One of my subscribers, they're still subscribed. Actually. Brutal Legend. Same thing. My friend Jake wanted me to live stream that. Crusader Kings 2. This game was way too complicated, and the learning curve for me wasn't super quick and easy. Even with that much playtime, yeah, wow. Oh man. This right here. Such a breath of cruel and painful fresh air. Oh lord. Did you hear the weird story happened 2 days ago at the Miami Mall? They say some witnesses are reporting 8 to 10 foot tall shadow beings. They were being shot at by people, but now say it was a fight by teens. What? No. I generally try to avoid social media and the news. Honestly, with how the news is owned by so many corporations, I don't really care for all the crap that they shovel out. I'm not trying to be rough around the edges or anything, but I don't like it, man. They always have some kind of narrative. Oh man. Fallout 76. I'm sitting there going, Fallout 4 was okay. Fallout New Vegas is fucking amazing. I'll give Bethesda one more chance here, reordering a Bethesda game. Oh lord. I regret this. You're saying they shut off the scanners electric and sent hundreds of cop cars. It was strange. That is all thoroughly above my pay grade. I don't know what happened there. I haven't done any research, and thus I can't form an opinion. Fallout Tactics. I never got around to playing this. This game here, The Forest. This is fun. This has VR, doesn't it? I know I couldn't stream it. It's got nudity. Maybe I could if it was like adult. I don't know. I'd have to look into it. Weird story that was on X for a couple days. I don't use Twitter. Last time I used Twitter was roughly 6 years ago, 7 years ago. Holy crap. Time just flies. I could have swore I played this not too long ago, and lo and behold, it's been 6 years. Oh man. Uh, it's funny, but uh, about this play with a friend, and we didn't play a whole lot. As you can see, doesn't have a lot of time. Ah! I actually did a series on this too. Because I thought it was funny. I still think it's funny. Elon's paying users now. You need to get so many followers and views, and some people are getting fat checks just to post crap. Well, I mean, you've seen how much the value of that website has tanked since he got his grubby fingers on it, right? Let's derail here for a second. The first time I remember hearing about Elon Musk was with his Virgin Hyperloop. And I'm just sitting there going, this doesn't seem right. So I start doing my homework on it, and Lord, this guy is a scam artist. What he pulled off with, what he got going with Tesla, I was kind of concerned with. I respect the free speech, but yeah, he's got some qualities in his character that I don't align with. I'll put it that way. His brain chips are scary. I agree. Consider me a humanist at the core, but I really don't like the idea of people being integrated with technology. It's ugh. Ugh. It's creepy and unpleasant. Oh man. Mass Effect is such a great game. Do you me a favor, make sure you have water filters and at least 2 weeks of store food. Maybe a couple emergency buckets. Things are getting weird and it's good to be prepared. I have a Camelback that I have rigged up with water filtration on the end of it. I had 3 months of dehydrated meat. However, the cats ate their way into it and ruined it. I love animals. That was one of the things that kind of got under my skin. I'm going to be frank. That really got under my skin. I had that for emergency preparedness, and they ruined it. But don't worry, I still have 3 months of rice and beans. I just really wanted the dehydrated chicken and beef that I could reconstitute and use for soup. But that went out the window, sadly. That being said, even if things hit the fan, I'm going to trust and rely on the Lord. That being said, I know I'm not trying to sound ignorant and say I shouldn't prepare, but the sun's been waking up, and so far this year we've had 2 flares, not Earth-facing so far, thank goodness. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if things really decide to kick off and hit the fan. But I want you to also take a step back and look at my experiences. Some of my earlier childhood memories are 9/11, and then constant war all throughout that time frame, and my friends and family constantly running around saying, oh, America is about to collapse, we're on the verge of a civil war. Oh, the economy chain is gonna crumble. Oh man, you gotta be careful when Obama gets voted in. If he gets voted in, it's gonna be a civil war. Oh, if Trump gets voted in, it's gonna be a civil war. Oh, if Biden gets voted in, it's gonna be a civil war. I'm sick of it, man. We're always at each other's throats. Everyone's so disconnected and disjointed from reality. It's just the moral decay is just absolute. Like that's my real gut tug. That's at the heart of the collapse that's happening all around us. It's not about who's in charge. It's not about what's happening with the food. It's not what's happening with the water or the gold or the inflation. Those are all side effects. Our sun, yeah, well, I'm gonna say that's also a side effect of man's sin breaking everything away from where it was meant to be. At the end of the day, I'm accountable to God, and He's the one I'm accountable to. Everything else is secondary. But if I do right by the Lord, I'm happy. Not sure what it would look like at the moment, but I will trust and obey. I know that's kind of radical Christian, if you will. But I will seek the Lord, and I will follow. Just like right now with me being laid off. Same concept. I'm not panicking. I'm not freaking out. I'll just trust and obey. He was, is, and will be. And he's the same God now as when I'm on my deathbed looking back at this moment. So, he's already seen the end. He knows what's in store for me, and I'm going to trust him. I'm not going to let a spirit of fear overwhelm me. This was fun. I didn't have a whole lot of playtime in it, but it was fun. What got me, though, was that it wasn't anywhere near as refined as Boneworks. The Lord works in weird ways, and you never know. Maybe I ran into your streams just to be a voice. I'll stick to game chat. Oh no, you're not being a problem. I'm just stating my position on it. What I don't want to do, though, is have my head so stuck in the sand that I'm obviously ignoring the world around me. The main reason I don't do anything on social media is purely to preserve my sanity. There's direct correlations between social media use and poor mental health. And I also don't like incorporating other people's ideas when I don't know their intentions or their ultimate end goal. And it's just I'm very cautious about what I digest. So I'm not telling you to stop bringing it up. I'm just saying I'm showing you where I'm at and my thought process. Oh, right. Portal RTX. I kind of want to install this. Let's get that installing. I want to play that. That sounds fun. Not right now, but later. I do have a bunch of Star Wars games. I bought these a few years ago as a bundle, and I never got around to it. Like, look at this. Look at that. It's not even a gigabyte. Oh man, I remember this. I had this on PlayStation 2. Yes. When I was in basic training, my drill sergeant told our platoon that we very seriously needed to go back to the barracks, sit down, and think for 30 minutes, an hour, however long it takes. What are your priorities? Because if you are confused on who you are and what your priorities are, when combat happens, you're going to fall apart. So I sat down. My first priority is the Lord my God. My second priority is my wife. I didn't have any kids at the time, but they'd fall in directly after her. After that is my friends and family. After that is my local community, and then the community at large. Those are my priorities. It's also why yesterday, after I said I'd finish my lunch in a post that I had made, I didn't wind up coming back and actually live streaming. It's because things came up and I didn't want to bother everyone with a ping or whatever. Like, oh, this is another update. Oh man, I just figured it'd be all right. Everybody knows it's my hobby. It's not my income. Not about to do that. Oh man. Yes. The Force Unleashed was such a great game. I played it on the PlayStation 2, and I also played it on the PlayStation 3. There are some interesting differences between the PlayStation 2 version and the PlayStation 3 version. Really interesting. This game here. This had so much potential. And it just dropped off. This was a fun game. It's from a long time back. Oh my goodness. Do you know this game? To the Moon? Shenona? This game. Oh man. This game. It tore me up. Never seen it. I'm gonna go ahead and install that. That'd be a very easy, quick series I could do. I had a friend buy this for me. And we discovered that the online support for this had dropped. We couldn't play together. So frustrating. I don't know what these are. What are these? Warface Clutch? What? I do not know this game. Who else plays it? Huh. Don't know it. Looks kinda sketchy. Little pay to play skins. It's about the gist of all the games I have, honestly. Oh man, woo! I didn't sleep very well last night. I woke up at 11:30 p.m. and I was completely unable to go back to sleep. By the time I started feeling tired again, it was already time to take the kids to school. And I've been awake since. But, I'm actually gonna drag this back over here. Get it sized right. There we go. Bread pudding! This is what I'm making for the 100 subscriber special. I'm not doing any kind of drizzles like that. That seems unappealing. It's already very sweet as it is. This is closer to what it's going to look like. I'm not doing it with any chocolate chips, though. I'm going to reconstitute some raisins and dried cherries. I'm going to make more than that. We're definitely going to do more butter, too. We are obviously going to have raisins. We're going to have the milk, sugar, eggs, all this. Pretty much the same. There is a difference, though. With the raisins they're proposing in this recipe are boring. They're awful. If you just chuck it in there, they're going to be hard little brick nuggets that are going to break your teeth. What you have to do is take a fruit juice, get it hot. You want it to be approximately 120 degrees Fahrenheit, or approximately, let's see, 100 degrees Celsius is boiling point. I don't know. I don't know what to convert that it would be. I spent all weekend prepping bananas. You mentioned that the other day. You were doing, like, dehydrating and stuff, right? Yeah, okay. Yeah, you said that right there. Spent all weekend prepping bananas. Someone gave my husband 50 pounds of bananas. As you know, they go bad fast. Dehydrated bananas and canned banana bread. If you take bananas, freeze them, mash them into a puree, and then add the appropriate ratio of water and then take a specific gravity reading on it, you can make a very good alcohol out of it. You're all bananaed out now. I can see that. But fortunately, you have preserved it. Oh, right. Where was I going with that? Anyways, you throw your dried fruit into the hot fruit juice. I like apple personally. I think it just does pretty well. But yeah. Then you have these wonderfully juicy, succulent nuggets of happiness instead of depressing, cry yourself to sleep, teeth breaking, sad little raisins. Throw some for oatmeal. Solid choice. You could also, if you haven't mixed it with anything, smoothies, or you could even mix it in with like pancakes or cakes or things like that. Chickens ate the rest. Well, I don't think I'd ever heard of chickens eating bananas, but I reckon that that's extra nutrients that are going to go into those eggs. And I do have to say that if you take a fresh egg and use it for a poached egg, it's drastically better than using store-bought eggs. I love poached eggs. Oh man. Why does everyone do chocolate chips? That doesn't sound super appealing to me. Like, it's already sweet as it is, and then you're adding even more sweeties into it. I mostly made canned banana bread and gave them away. It stores for 4 months in a cabinet that way. Sounds reasonable. It reminds me of I have a neighbor that she makes what she calls friendship bread, and it's a rum cake loaf, and she gives it out to her friends. It's really good. It's basically, hang on, what's it called? Molasses. It's basically a molasses cake. But she adds rum. Yeah, same thing. Fruit cake? There's no fruit in it though. This is it. Right there. They're pretty good. Uh and the bread puddings, I wouldn't say that that's not it's not a fruit cake either. Honestly, with the bread pudding, bread pudding came about because of the Great Depression. Oops. It was more custard-like back then, though. Which, honestly, is really dang good. Yeah, this is the exact way I'd make it. Pouring it in, make sure it's soaked. I just used the reconstituted you can make lots of stuff. You make blackberry and wineberry jam in summer, and canned beans and tomatoes, etc. I have to say, that's actually really cool. I wish more people would do stuff like that, but well, oh Lord, you'll have to forgive me there. I keep yawning. Ah, I was literally about to try to take a nap, and then I saw we hit the 100 subs, I just got really excited.
Welcome, friends. Welcome back to the kitchen. Welcome back to Sunday morning.
That looks about right. 1748. You mentioned that. Approximately how big are the quail eggs in comparison to a chicken egg? They look quite pretty. 4 quail to 1 chicken. Huh. Straw Hat, I took a look at your channel when I got notified that you subscribed. You also play Final Fantasy 10. I haven't beaten it ever before, so I thought it'd be fun to live stream it. I've played 10-2. I've beaten 10-2 several times. That was a good chunk of my childhood there, but yeah. Oh, no problem. No problem. Think. I thought I subscribed. Somebody else did. But yeah, he's over here playing Final Fantasy X. Look at that. You can eat quail eggs raw too, as they do not carry salmonella. Celadon quail. Yes, with these. They're very pretty. 10 was great. You did random blitz and training. I want to play 10. I got the, where was it? Final Fantasy. There we go. I got this on Steam, and I was like, you know what? That's cool. In theory, I have the best Blitz team. I have only tried to play Blitz once, and it was when it first, like, introduces it to you, and it seemed really complicated. But I was also, a little drunk. I have no idea how to do it. I figured I'd just pull up a tutorial. It's easy. Yeah. Stuff usually is in games. I just... Yeah. The one I really wanted to do was actually Final Fantasy 12. But they reworked the system different on the PC port / remaster than they did. I wish it was a faithful 100%, but wish me luck. In 7 days, I have a bunch of eggs in the incubator, and last time my cats messed up the temp and we lost them all. Oh. Any way you could get around cat proofing it? That'd probably be a solid investment. Though, I'm definitely gonna wish you luck on that. That's kinda... I know cats get into everything when they get bored. They'll climb on everything, they'll get into everything. It's a little kooky. We have a... I'm still gonna call him a kitten. He is not a year old yet. And he just jumps and climbs and harasses the other cats, and he gets into everything. Okay, Titus is 10 times OP, up to level 30 plus in Blitz, and then people get difficult. Huh. It's warm, they lay on it and push the buttons. That sounds about right. It's the same reason they like to sleep on my jacket. It's warm and it's cozy. That's electrically warm, so it's even better. So it makes sense. Especially in the wintertime. I don't know what hemisphere you're in, but depending on where you're at, it is plausibly winter. Yeah, I've only got a few. You need to get Nimrook as soon as possible. Otherwise, you'll almost never score on him. Like as a teammate? I take it you're saying I should recruit him? Because I have no idea. It's in Kentucky and yes, it's chilly. Well, I'm sort of your neighbor. I'm here in Texas. Okay. I actually don't know how to do that. How do you recruit Nimrook? Oh, wow. Okay. So apparently Nimrook's the best goalkeeper in the game. I'll have to look into that later. Get an X in Texas. Nimrook's OP. Welcome. I'm not sure I've seen you in my streams before, but it's good to have you here. This is our 100 subscriber special. Brazoria, Texas. I'm not sure I've ever been out that way. I'm over here in DFW. I wish I was back in Wyoming because it's. Oh lord, I keep yawning. Wyoming is drastically more peaceful. Well, hi, John. Good to have you. Glad you're here for our 100 subscriber special. I'm literally just talking to people and doing whatever I feel like. I kind of earlier in the stream went over what my inspirations were for the songs I wrote and put on my YouTube channel. Then I went through and showed the Steam games I have. I'm looking to move to Florida myself. I hate the cold. Would your cost of living go up, and would you still be able to have your chickens and quails? Those are my only concerns in that. If you can, then yeah, go for it. I would do it. The cold doesn't really bother me a whole lot. I actually miss the snow that I was experiencing in Wyoming. Players have contracts. You have to check with all players to see how many games they have left. Then save spam until he doesn't get rehired. I actually did that in one of the training videos. Huh. I'm cooking a Portuguese chicken garlic bead in tin foil and corn on the cob on the barbecue. I like to make elotes. Straw hats, driving to work, you won't be able to chat. That's fine. Just make sure you're safe. Don't drive distracted. It's a great way to wind up hurt, and before you even know it, your whole life can go down the drain, and I'm not worth that. Let's see here. I want to do water catching and solar mostly, and sell my quail and eggs. Elotes is a Mexican street corn. I take my corn, pull the husk back. And me personally, I like the corn a little bit charred, which is why I actually put the toppings on after I do that. I get it cooked a little bit. I want a little bit of char, not much, just a little bit. And then I do my mayo mixed. I like it a little bit mixed with sour cream, so it's not as heavy on the mayo flavor. But it's mayo and sour cream. On top of that, you have it's a type of Mexican cheese. It's a white crumbly cheese. Uh, Not queso fresca. Is it queso fresca? Who's in here and hasn't hit the like button? Don't pressure people. They're fine. I also do it with chili powder, and then I drizzle some hot sauce on it. And then I pull the husk back, let it finish out on the cook a little bit. And oh, it's good. If I feel like making it a little bit less messy for my guests to eat, I go ahead and pull the husk off completely, roast the corn, take it back into the kitchen, and while it's still hot, I mix everything in a bowl. I cut the corn off the cob. It's really good. Elotes is one of my favorite foods. I love elotes. I usually make it for my birthday. Look at that. Oh. A good chunk of my food is corn. I like corn tortillas over the flour tortillas. It's not just a texture thing, but it's a flavor thing as well. I find that the corn tortilla matches the food so much better. For me. Some people prefer the flour. But tamales are made with masa as well. Masa is nixtamalized corn, so they add lye. It breaks the corn down a little bit so that it's easier to digest and you get more nutrients out of it. They turn it into masa powder. It's good stuff. I got a second here. You really can't play Blitz until you get the airship near the end of the game. Otherwise, Blitz teams will have 30 plus game contracts. Oh, Lord. Why do they always make the recipe into a huge, long story? I mean, this looks about right. There's a bunch of different ways of having Mexican street corn. Quit bothering me! Look at that. You can't tell me that doesn't look good. I know you don't eat corn, but look at that. Look at that. You sure you'd never try it? Essie, oops. I'm leaking! Yeah, I'm here in DFW. See all these places offering elotes? Like, look, you want elotes? I do want elotes. Elotes is delicious. I'm making myself hungry. We eat corn, just not often. I recommend trying elotes. You'll eat corn more often if you try it. I don't recommend eating it too often. You don't want to burn yourself out on it. But it's delicious. Absolutely delicious. It's got so much flavor. You just said you eat corn, just not often. This isn't animal food. You don't give seasonings to animals. It's got cheese on it, too. It's like saying tamales are animal food. That's a corn husk. That's cornmeal. basically. Corn is very important. It's human food. I promise. It's human food. Fucking love tamales. We just had tamales for New Year's. They were so good. It had green chili tamales, chicken tamales, and pork tamales. Oh, so good. You gotta feed the cows and chickens for meat and eggs. Yeah, but the corn. I'm sorry. I guess that layer of communication got stripped out from the text chat. I should have got that. No, I get it. Either way, though, you're still getting a good chunk of your carbon that's in your body from corn. It just winds its way through the food chain up to us. Tamales are one of my favorites. So, yep. I was a little confused on what you meant by guy cleaner. I was about to start referencing how people actually used to use the core of the corn cob as a toilet paper alternative back in the day, and I thought you were making a really obscure history reference there. I jumped to conclusions. But oh boy, I had to recover my train of thought there. Corn cob pipes too. Yeah, those things were freaking cool though. That was pure human creativity. Uh, dang. Actually, I've actually done cooking on my YouTube before. I've done 2 cooking videos, but that was back before I purged all my old videos. I would, however, be willing here. Let me switch accounts. On a previous live stream, I showed off 2 of my old videos that managed to escape my purge. Minecraft. I feel like you were here for that, Shinona. I think you commented on the interior. Huh. I'll have to remember that next time a cat or a child knocks one into water. It happens. This was on a server with some friends. This one has audio. Oh, the cringe.
Hello, YouTube land. This is A1Fast, Yellow GTO, and if you are looking at the screen right now, you're seeing that I'm back at a tail. Hello, YouTube land. This is A1Fast, Yellow GTO, and if you are looking
the audio
at the
mixing.
screen right now, you're seeing that I'm back at A Tale of Two Wastelands.
8 years ago, I was too optimistic.
Let me go over what I did at work the other day, quick because it's quite important. I've come up with 33 things I've never done in Fallout.
Ugh. It's so cringy. I don't want to keep going through this. I'm not going to do that to you guys. This is the video YouTube took down. It's not going to show up. YouTube nuked that live stream that I did Steamboat Willie. Hanging bottle planters is a fun craft for kids. I could probably get my son to do that with me. That'd be a blast. Later today, we're going to take his RC car that he got from his grandma, and we're going to drive it around the cul-de-sac, and it's going to be fun. I told him he could only do it if he did good in school today, and since he's in kindergarten, they have this little paper slip that's in his folder, and they grade how well he did for the day at the end of the day. They have a green smiley face, a yellow face for, you know, we had a little bit of issues, but nothing too crazy, and then a red sad face. I told him if he had a little green face today, we'd go play RC cars. I wish I could have my kids homeschooled. That would be a dream come true. Fortunately, my situation does not permit for that. I have him in a college prep school, and he is already at a second grade reading level. His math is at a first grade level, which that makes me very happy because I keep hearing about how people are making TikTok videos about how poorly people are doing with their education these days. Unschooling is no gov involved. Teach as what and when you want. Oh. I do that with him in my free time. I was explaining to him multiplication this morning while we were eating breakfast. It was quite fun. I was basically explaining to him how it's a more rapid approach to adding the same thing over and over again. I am very frustrated though. They keep sending me surveys on like how I feel about the school and everything. And I'm very frustrated with the Common Core math. It is overwhelmingly terrible. He'll come home and he'll have like a little packet that he's supposed to do with me over the weekend. And good lord, the grammar and syntax alone makes me throw up in my mouth a little bit. It's just absolutely terrible. I was just in school not even 10 years ago, and I knew it was starting to get bad, but I didn't think it was that bad. And this just shows me, holy crap, it's awful. It is awful. I had to completely reteach him math. And now all of a sudden he's performing really well in math. I wonder why. Oh, it's because there was an older gentleman at my church that I pulled to the side and I was like, hey, look, you are an engineer. You work on aircrafts. Can you teach me old math? I'm teaching my son old math now, too. I don't want Common Core math. I knew it was trash when I was in school. It's even more trash now. She was reading by age 2 on her own and does math in her head. Writing isn't great, but her science knowledge is amazing. She's 8. Her cousin's 6. They've been in school since age 4 and still can't read that well. And math isn't great either. She's 8, not 6. Okay. I have 2 kids. Oh, Lord. I think I'm going to call it quits here in a little bit. We're almost at the 2-hour mark. But, Got two kids. One's grade age, the other is a baby. School didn't help her at all. Yeah, of course they're not. They're gonna do the no child left behind, so that means we're gonna keep everybody stupid and at the slow level. That was my main problem when I was in school. I was one of those gifted kids, and what I didn't realize is my brain is trying to build an education like everybody else. But for the normal kids, they're trying to get them to build a 2-bedroom, 2-bath house. And my brain's sitting there going, why can't I build a mansion with all the materials you're still giving me? I barely laid the foundation, and I'm out of materials here. By the time I had access to everything that was more geared for gifted people, I was too burnt out to give a crap. Vine already makes money selling chicken eggs. She sold $200 worth of chicks last year. That's great. I mean, income's income, but for that age, dang. Oh man, I'm fighting to stay awake. I've been awake for almost 12 hours now. It's probably one of the main things in life that kicks my butt these days is I just can never sleep well. Go to bed, get a nap. Yeah, I will. I'm gonna tough it out for the 2 hour mark. It's only a few minutes away. You know, I have never noticed how hot my monitor gets. Huh. I wonder if this is why my bedroom, like, a part of the contributing factor on why my bedroom gets so hot. I've got a computer that's got a huge ass graphics card in it, ripping away to give me my beautiful resolutions that I love. On top of a widescreen monitor that apparently gets pretty warm. I'd say it's probably about 110 degrees. Roughly. No wonder the room gets so warm. That's my downloads. You know, I have Counter-Strike installed just purely for the Gmod. But I don't ever play Gmod. Why don't I ever play Gmod? Shanona, we are similar. Congrats on the 100 subs. Oh, thanks. I do like the community that got built up so far. Everyone's real down to earth. I love it. I hope it stays kind of the same. I think what I want to do is scarf down some I think like a ham sandwich would be fine. Scarf down a ham sandwich and take a nap. Nap sounds great. You know, for having only 9 views so far, having 5 likes to 9 views, that's a great ratio. Got an interesting metric there. Man. I wanted to take a second here and go over the analytics again. I did it more at the beginning of the stream, but y'all are in here with me at the moment, so I want to take a look back at it here. We have gone up 18 subscribers in the last 28 days. I lost a subscriber during my Beep episode 7 stream, apparently, which kind of sucks. Nice. It's interesting seeing the peaks. But yeah, I started this YouTube on March 2nd, 2015. And I didn't start doing anything with it until January of this year. My news chat's not as friendly. That's a shame. I wish people could talk about stuff like that without getting too hostile, but it just doesn't happen. I have had 54.9 thousand impressions, which means there were 54.9 thousand people who could have potentially looked at my content. However, only 1.2 clicked on it. So that is a 1.7% impression click-through rate. The average view duration has been 7 minutes and 8 seconds across all the mediums that I have done. My top live stream was my Kenshi Fun Run, which has twice the amount of views as my 2B2T Christmas update. That's the one I got drunk and sang sea shanties on. Is that the secret formula? I just needed to get drunk and sing sea shanties. Maybe it is. Most of my viewers are coming in for the live streams on Browse Features, YouTube search, suggested videos. So it's mostly internal. What's fascinating to me is my audience. I have 72 returning video viewers. However, I have 1.7 thousand returning unique viewers. The subscribers was cool. My Kenshi series has a moderate return rate on my viewers, so that's pretty cool. 66% aren't subscribed, so that means my subscribers are coming back. They're really happy with the content. My female percentile has gone up. A month ago, it was at 0%. Which, considering I started this YouTube channel last year, well, started doing anything with it last year, aside from the deleting stuff. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed the chat. I like it too. But I'm happy to see more females. That's great. My viewer age range has changed quite a lot recently also. 18 to 24 years is 44%. It was 10% last month. 25 to 34 used to be 80%. Now it is at 40%. And 35 to 44 is 15%. I'm glad I'm getting the older viewers. That's great. I wish I had some even older viewers because they're honestly the kind of people I like listening to, talking to. My top subtitles, no subtitles, English for 2%, and Arabic for 1.4%. I have Arabic viewers. That's actually really interesting. I wasn't expecting that. My top geographies, United States for 31.9%, United Kingdom for 2.1%, Canada for 1.8%, Germany for 1.1%, Philippines for 0.7%, Spain for 0.6%, Mexico for 0.5%, and India with 0.4%. I'm curious on all of last year. What's the lifetime? That's what I'm interested in. Looks about the same. I have a son around my age. Take it easy. I'm hopping off myself. I went a little over the 2-hour mark. Thank you for being here, though. This was the 100 subscriber special. I didn't really do a whole lot except sit and talk, but you know. It's kind of the meat and potatoes there, I guess. Thank y'all for being here. I hope y'all look forward to the bread pudding in the near future. Take care. Bye-bye.